guest, Luke Rockhold. We try to have him on here as much as possible, but he's been pretty busy as of late. I didn't realize that you made the permanent move down to Fort Lauderdale. I thought you were just down there bouncing back and forth, training, kind of mixing things up. But you're there now, right? Full time?
Yep.
As of right now. As of right now. And it.
As of right now, I'm getting used to it. It was. Excuse me. I lost you. Wanted to make the move and just dedicate myself, and so I put myself out here and just went to the gym nearly every day. So.
I mean, I know Uriah Faber's got the moniker the California Kid, but you really are a California kid. Like you embody and love California. It had to be hard to be like leaving Santa Cruz and going, hey, I'm gonna sit down here for a little while.
Yeah, no, it definitely was hard, but just assessing out my options and the people around me, it was time for a move, time for a change. It wasn't healthy to be back home. There was no one that I could feed off back in Santa Cruz, and then at the gym, there's nobody around. Everyone was out of town or injured or doing some other job. So consistently, I couldn't get the work I needed. It had nothing to do with the coaches. I love my coaches over there, and I love my team, but it's just not enough bodies my size to work with.
It also is a testament to Henry Hu for how good a coach he is to drag a guy like you out of California to get you down to Florida. That's a huge testament to him. I mean, and he gets some heat because the Black Zillion break up and how that thing all fell apart. But man, is he a good coach? And you actually, you proved it. You're like, look, I got to move, and this is where I got to be. So it's been good.
Yeah, no, Henry's a solid coach, man. If anyone's been around Henry, they can feed off his energy and he's always looking and seeking new information and always kind of keeping you inspired. So good people.
So on that note, we talked. Geez, it was maybe a year ago at one of the Bell Tours up in San Jose, and I think you just had a knee injury or a leg injury of some sort. You're coming back from, and I was like, wow, you look fit, but you look bigger. And you're like, yeah, I'm a little bit bigger. I'm kind of fat. Typical fighter style. I'm kind of fat, but I'm not. I'm not out of shape. I just can't run as much because my knee is bad or whatever was bad with you. And then just a little while ago, you were like, yeah, I don't have much time left at 85. Like I'm going to have to move up to 205. You were already thinking about it back then, or is it something that just started coming in? You're like, look, the weight cut is hurting my body too much, and all the changes are, I read it. You said it before that all the changes to your body were really hard to make 85, and it's a tough weight cut.
Yeah, no, it gets tougher and tougher, as you get older. If anyone knows that, your bones get thicker, your body just doesn't naturally thicken up. So I feel so much stronger, so much better. When I'm at 215, 210 to 215.
Which is where you would be if you're fighting at 205 come fight day. You'd be 210, 215 walking in.
215, yeah. I'm not that big. A lot of these guys get into 225, but I'm not going to force it. I just feel I know at my speed and my power will be there. But when I get down to 202 and 203, whatever I'm at, when I fight at 85, it's not the same. Especially after the weight cut, I couldn't regulate my body last time. It was just not working. So here we are. I think it's inevitable, and we'll see what's to come.
And that's the thing, man. You really are kind of in and it's one thing to read it. Oh, hey, Luke Rockhold's in a transitional period, trying to figure out what he's going to do next, what's going to happen, what he's going to do, and where's he going to live, where's he going to train, But then to see you talk about it, you really are. It looks like it's really wearing on you, trying to figure out your next little step. It looks like you got a little weight on your shoulders this time than the last time we talked. Like you look like things are kind of you're really trying to get deep in thought and trying to figure out where you're going to go next. Is there a plan that's kind of in place and you're just not willing to share it? Or are you still really in that I'm not sure yet stage?
There's options, and I'm just trying to assess out what the best things for me are. Obviously, I love the Bisping fight. He opened his mouth. I mentioned it, and so he goes on his podcast, whatever he does. He runs his mouth saying that he stole my soul. He'd knock me out at 205 or 85. He said he was up for the fight. He talked pretty big about it. So let's go. Back it up. I'll go. I'm in no shape to fight right now. I would go fight you anywhere. I'd go fight you in Liverpool. I wouldn't even barely get medically cleared to go fight there, and I'd still go fight you. So
is he somebody that you want to fight at 85 now? You've said before, hey, he's the only reason why I go back down to 85 is to fight Bisping. Otherwise, I kind of want to go up to 205. Would you actually go back down to 85, or would you try to entice him? Come to 205 then. If you say you can beat me at 205, let's do it at 205.
I'd love that. That's why I threw that option out there, and obviously he's not going to do that. He's going to if he were somehow to accept the fight, I guarantee it would be at 85. So I mean, I can do it. I just have to lean up quite a bit more these days, and just so the weight cut doesn't affect me. But I'm ready. I'm ready to go to 205. Otherwise.
What you got jump at 205? What do you think that places you? I mean, being such a great champ at 85, being such a great fighter at 85, on your way up, even after you lost, you still came back and had great fights. What does that do for you at 205 though, going up? Like, where do you think your placement's going to be? You obviously, I know you believe you're one of the best 205 pounders in the world, but the question is, where are you actually going to be when you get moved up there? Are you going to be top 10, top 5, top 15? Where do you think they're going to place you?
Doesn't matter where they place me. It doesn't matter who I fight. I mean, that's what really counts, and I know I can fight pretty much anybody. So um, the 205-pound division isn't full of talent. I mean, like a lot of talent, a lot of people that can sell a fight and that have done something. So I know I can compete. I know I can compete with the guys, and I know I can get the fights. I know fights that we're in talks with that could
Oh,
potentially happen.
okay. So this also sets up a potential, DC match, which is one of your boys. So now is it going to be typical AKA style, where like, look, we're not fighting each other, or is it like, look, both of us are older, both of us are friends, we get it's a business, and we're going to fight anyway, if that indeed does come to happen.
Me and DC ain't gonna fight each other.
Okay.
DC and Kane ain't gonna fight each other.
Right.
It's like DC's on his way out. He's fighting for the heavyweight title. He wins that. You think he's coming back down to 205? Come on.
Nope.
Like,
Absolutely not.
hey, that motherfucker's going straight to Popeyes, and he ain't coming back.
I'm glad you said it, because when his interview comes out, he won't be mad at me for saying it. But 100%, man,
Yeah.
he loves cake, man. He's gonna go out there and he's gonna eat, and that's just the way he is, and he's gonna do okay to heavyweight. I mean, people
Hey,
forget how
not
good
not
he
so
was at
much
heavyweight.
not so much the cake, but he likes his fried chicken. He likes
Yeah,
his rice. He likes all that.
yeah, he's a Louisiana kid. It's what they do.
Louis
Yeah,
Cajun style. Cajun style. Keep it spicy. Keep it carbs.
yeah, exactly. So it becomes a bigger issue than of who do you want to fight then? I mean, obviously there's options on the table, and there's people out there that are giving to you, but who do you actually want to fight up there at 205? And not that you're calling anybody out, not that you're saying, oh, F this guy, I want to beat him up, but you're just saying, hey, look, a good matchup for me right now, jumping into 205 would be these one or two guys.
Man, I think I match up well with everyone there. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna see what entices me the most, what they bring to the table, and what my options are. So I don't assume it'll be too high on the top 10 list, though. I think it'll be pretty low.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, and that's but also too that's kind of nice. Like, why would you want to jump up and hit the top five right away and just jump up to a new weight class? Like, okay, because
Low as in under the top five.
yeah, like 6, 7, 8. I'm
No,
not.
like 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, really? So
That's more my style right now. I think, you know, I just want to take some time, obviously, to bulk up. I mean, to get comfortable there and to heal up. And so I'm not going to go jump right back into a fight after taking a loss like that. Of course, you gotta clear your head. And I feel good. I didn't have any effects afterwards, and so we'll just wait and see like how things play out. There's some things on the table right now, and of course I'm still holding on to that Bisbing opportunity, but I think he's just going to run his mouth and run away like he usually does. Uh, Otherwise, yeah, like I said, Gustafsson has spoken up, and I'm not one to run away from a challenge. So this
and
is a fight. This is a fight that's very likely.
that was a weird back and forth between you two for me. Like it just seemed like out of character for both of you, the way it was going down. Like, it doesn't really seem like something that not that was scripted, but something was like he really pushed a button. Like, he really got underneath your skin for a second, and it was like, but it really wasn't. But what we were reading, what we were seeing, wasn't that offensive. It wasn't like that crazy. But it was like you got on it right away. Like something happened in you. Like he flipped the switch. That you're just like, nope, fuck it, I'm on it. And so it was kind of weird. Is that what happened, or was it just he caught you on a day that you were hangry?
No, I didn't flip on it at all. It was just he came hot out of the gates right after my loss and spoke up. And so I don't know what his stance was and what he's got against me, but what he's trying to get under DC skin or what I don't know what the fuck he's trying to do, but
Yeah.
hey, I listen and I react, and so um, I'd be open to it. We'll see how it all plays out. Uh, I, you know, we'll
No,
see.
it's been years since I've had an MMA contract, and it's been even longer since I've had a UFC contract. So is it? The question is each guy that they're giving you give you a different pay rate or a different negotiation scale? Because you're like, let's see what entices me. Because they give you one guy, it's like, well, this fight's a bigger fight. I'm going to sell the fight. People are going to come watch me. People are going to come in just to see me fight. But then you want me to fight this guy. It's a tougher fight. So do you have a scale where you get paid a little bit more for different fighters, depending, or is it all no matter who you take, it's the same, going to be the same amount of pay no matter what?
I mean, it all depends. It all depends on the timing of the matchup, where it's at, and what goes down, and where you are within your contractual agreements. So it's different for everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't you know I don't need to fight at the moment. I'm doing pretty well. I got some things going on, so
Yeah, you got a few damn things. My wife showed me the other day. She, do you know this guy? I'm like, really? Luke got the polo ad. Oh, this is awesome. Like, this is great, man. Like, we're not gonna see him fight anytime soon. He's working for Polo now. And after that, it's gonna be Hugo Boss out there doing their suits. Like, it's gonna be. That's just how
it
it runs, man.
doesn't suck. It doesn't suck. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and
Having to go into fucking cutthroat contractual agreements, with the UFC, or I could just sit back and laugh. And so it's got to be to my liking, the fight, the contract, everything. So we'll see what it is. But I'm pretty hopeful that something good comes of this very soon.
yeah, I hope so. And because I like watching you fight. I mean, obviously, as a fan, I'm gonna tell you get in as fast as possible. If you can fight next week, fight next week. But I get it's not realistic. You got to recover. You got to get some weight on. There's a lot of factors going to be involved. Let's say the next fight's at 205, and it's an opponent that gets you up, and you're like, yes, I'm ready. I want to train for this guy. How long realistically before you're actually ready to fight again at that weight with recovery time from the last fight and getting yourself bulked up in a comfortable position weight wise?
Uh, I think I think summer, early,
Oh,
early,
okay.
late summer is possible. I think there's talks of International Fight Week,
July, yeah. Okay. I
but
honestly, the way you were acting, I thought it was gonna be like late fall, early winter. Like we have to wait till the end of the year to see you again.
I like the sound of that better. I
Okay.
like till the fall, time. I mean, it just depends. My body feels pretty good. I'm in the gym. I'm starting to push it hard right now.
Okay.
I'm finally like getting back and getting that push, and so I'm just gonna let my body tell me when to fight. We're still a ways away from July, and so I'm just gonna slowly push it.
Okay. Last thing before I get you out of here, because you got some good insight into this, Stipe and DC. How do you think that fight's gonna go?
Tough fight. Tough fight for both guys. We'll see. I mean, Stipe showed signs of cardio problems in his last fight, but that's with a monster like Ngannou coming after you. That can just take energy just watching that guy run across the cage at you. So uh, I don't think he'll have the same nerves, I'd say, but DC can keep a pace, man. He can, and he's fast, unlike a lot of these heavyweights that Stipe's been dealing with. So he's going to be hard to find. Uh, and we'll see. I'm not picking. DC's gonna be fucking a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
People don't be writing off DC because he's a gangster at heavyweight. He likes to eat and he moves pretty well and he can wrestle. The thing is with DC is he's got the wrestling to neutralize the size advantages and stuff like that, and so he can push the pace of a fight. So Stipe hits hard. Stipe can wrestle. Stipe's like a heavyweight DC's never fought too.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a fight, man. Of course, DC's my boy.
Yeah.
So
Of
I,
course.
I love
I
Stipe.
know.
I
Ugly.
love Stipe. I love Stipe too. I've done a lot of things with Stipe, but It's gonna be a fucking fight, man. I'm excited for it.
It is one of those fights that I'm actually super excited for. But I like both guys. I'm not coming in there with like I hope this one guy gets beat or this other guy gets beat. Like I really like both guys, and I really want to see a great fight with no one getting hurt. Someone's gonna have to win. Someone's gonna have to lose. Nobody gets hurt. Everybody gets to go home to the bar afterwards and go to their after parties, and everyone's okay. No one makes a hospital trip. But we're just having a great fight for 5 rounds, and that's what I want to see. But it is super hard to pick, man. You're looking at it, you're going like, how am I going to pick either one of these guys? They have good neutralizing effects on both guys. They have both have positive effects on each guy. It's just who's going to get their game plan first, and what happens, and where does this fight go? There's a lot of questioning in that. There's a lot of what ifs when it comes down to it.
I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I'm excited. I might get a fight on there too. So you never know. You might get Kane on there too. Shit. Yeah. You might have all 3 AK guys on there. So
how is Kane doing?
Kane's doing better. He's doing really good.
Has he backed off his training intensity levels? Because it seems like that was his biggest downfall. Was he just would train too hard all the time? He just wouldn't back off at all.
Yeah, I mean everyone's going to criticize something that you're doing. Criticize us for injuring each other at AK, and then I leave AK, and people criticize me for leaving AK. It's like, shut the fuck up and mind your own business.
Right? Like
people just want to hate.
Yeah.
People out there, just stop hating. Just enjoy yourselves. I don't know where people just became such haters in this sport. This sport is just full of the biggest haters in the world. I love it.
It used to be all love and thank God you're fighting, and wow, I know you lost, but it was a great fight, or wow, you won and you did a great job winning, and I understand why you're moving camps to how it used to be, and now it's like you can't
people pick your worst things you say, the worst moments you have, and they just keep fucking drilling it home. Guess what? Look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah, man in the mirror. Take care of him first. Yeah. It's man. I'm glad you're out. I'm glad you're out in Lauderdale. It's a good spot for you. I think that things are going to go well down there.
It's all right. It's not Florida's not my vibe too much. I am California. I'm not going to lie, but it's good for me for training right now. I'm on it. So that's all that matters.
And that's what you need. You need that stressful, not lackadaisical kind of training partners and a coach that's going to push you a little bit and maybe being in a spot that you don't really, totally 100% enjoy living it is going to help you out. It's going to give you a little bit of angst all the time. Like, I'm just down here to train. I was down here to win fights. It's the reason why I'm here. And then bolt back to, of course, I'd love to see you back in Southern California as opposed to up north or central. So
yeah, could happen.
There's a couple spots around me I think you can pick up with your polo money. I think someone will be here for you.
I'd be able to.
And don't be surprised if I text you in about 6 days asking for a loan too. Don't worry, it's just normal.
Yeah. little rent money.
Yeah, little rent money. Luke, thanks so much for coming on, man. I appreciate it. Good luck. Keep me posted. I'm gonna keep tagging you and texting you and trying to figure out what's going on next for it, because I really am vested in what's going on with you, just as a fan, because I really enjoy when you fight and when you bring it. The pre-fight interviews, the post-fight interviews, it's fun to watch. And you're now making that crossover to being more mainstream than the fight game, because you're doing things that are big also outside the fight game. It's huge.
Just trying to get paid.
Yeah, just trying to put money together day by day.
Hey, put money in the bank. Look to the future. Thanks, buddy.
You got it, brother.
I'll talk to you soon.
Okay,
cheers.
See ya.